दश प्रहरणधारिणी कमला कमलदलविहारिणी मणि विद्यादायिनी नमामि त्वां नमामि कमलां अमला अतुलां सुजलां सुफलां मातरं श्यामलां सरलां सुस्मितां भूषितां धरणीं भरणीं मातरं वन्दे मातरं वन्दे मातरं वन्दे मातरम्.
Namaskar and good evening. On behalf of Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh Uttara Keralam, it's my distinct privilege to extend a warm and respectful welcome to all our esteemed guests who have graciously joined us this evening for attending 100 years journey of Sangh New Horizons. As you all know, this is a program planned to connect with eminent citizens from various walks of life as a part of Shadabdi Karyakram of Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh. We are gathered here as we reflect upon a remarkable milestone, the completion of 100 years of RSS, a journey dedicated to national service, character building, and social harmony. All those who are sitting here as audience are deserve to be introduced personally, but I fear time doesn't permit it. Today, we are especially honored by the presence of our Mananiya Parampujaniya Sarsanghchalak, Dr. Mohan Bhagwat ji, whose thoughts and guidance continue to inspire millions across the nation. Dr. Mohan ji Bhagwat hails from Chandrapur, near Nagpur. After completing his graduation in veterinary science 1974, he became Sangha Prajarak, holded many responsibilities as Nagar, Jilla, Vibhag, Prant Prajarak, Akhila Bharatiya Sharirik Shikshan Pramukh, Akhila Bharatiya Prajarak Pramukh, Akhila Bharatiya Saha Sarkari Vah and Sarkari Vah. From 2009, he is serving us as Mananiya Sarsanghchalak. Today, we have two more Sangha Karyakartas on dais. Now, I have the honor to introduce Advocate K.K. Balram ji, who is sitting right to the Mohan ji. Advocate K.K. Balram ji, who is Manya Pranta Sanghchalak of Uttara Keralam. Now, Keralam is, in RSS, Keralam is functioning as two prants, Uttara Keralam and Dakshina Keralam. Balramji was the Pranta Sanghchalak of United Kerala, both Uttara and Kerala Prant, and after shifting function as two prants, now he is guiding us as Uttara Kerala Pranta Sanghchalak. Balramji is from Kannur. He is a leading practicing lawyer at Kannur Bar and earlier served as Kerala Bar Council member. He is a renowned personality in all fields he engaged, especially professional and service to the nation. Now I take the privilege to introduce Manya Vibhag Sanghchalak, who is sitting left to Mohanji, Sri K.S. Padmanabhanji. Vibhag in Sangha means Thrissur Revenue District. He was a government employee in Registration Department of Kerala and retired as Assistant Registrar and dedicated his rest of life to service the nation through RSS, now holding the responsibility of Manya Vibhag Sanghchalak. We sincerely thank each one of you for your presence and participation. Your insights, experience, and perspectives enrich the dialogue and contribute to the success of this program. With great respect and anticipation, I now invite Parampujaniya Dr. Mohanji Bhagwat to address the gathering. Thank you.
माननीय प्रांत संघ चालक जी, माननीय विभाग संघ चालक जी, and the august and illustrious audience present here in this hall. As you know, the Sangha work has completed its 100 years. And it was decided that once again we have to go to all the thinking persons of the country and tell them about RSS, which is 100 years old. Name is famous. If you say RSS in 4 corners of the world, everybody knows it is something inside Bharat, some movement, some activity, some organization. But what it exactly is, very few persons are clear about that. Because the nature of work of RSS is so that there is nothing comparable to it. Generally, when we get to know things, we start from known to unknown. So there has to be something comparable through which we know the unknown. But there are things which have no comparable another. So Gaganam Gaganakaram Sagaram Sagaropama Rama Ravana Yor Yuddham Rama Ravana Yoriva. Sky is like sky. There is no comparable vast expanse like in any other place. Oceans, there is no comparable water body through which we can know vastness of ocean. Similarly, Sangha is also an organization of its own kind. It is a unique one. There is no comparison at present and at least for past 1,000 years. So if we try to guess what Sangha is from what we hear, it is not factual. If you try to see it from outside, we may be misled. Because our Swayamsevaks, they perform route marches. But we are not paramilitary organized. We practice martial arts, our Bharatiya martial arts, and small games, traditional games. But we are not a all India gymnasium. There is music in Sangha, there is band on the basis of Bharatiya ragas. The compositions are played. We sing songs individually as well as collectively. But we are no all India music club. So the appearances may give you something else. It is our activity. But that is not the purpose. These activities are helpful for the purpose. And activities is not Sangha, spirit is Sangha. So the best way to know Sangha is to come inside. See it from inside. There is no formal membership. Door is always open. Anybody can come, stay. And if their sweet will permits, can stay lifelong or can go out. One needs no permission to enter Sangha. Just come, see our programs, see our Swayamsevaks, see their families, how they behave, how they think, and form that opinion. But to go to this tasting of Sangha, one must be assured that there is nothing harmful. If I want to test a powder white, it may be powdered sugar or it may be cyanide. If I am assured that it is not cyanide, then I will try to test it. So my job is to give you information so that about Sangha there are so many misunderstandings. People say that Sangha is the largest voluntary organization in the world. But Sangha is also most misunderstood organization in the world. And therefore there is an unnecessary apprehension in public mind. Now it has been dispelled to the large extent, but still it lingers in some minds. So I will give you the information so that you will feel that Sangha is nothing dangerous. We can test it. If we like it, we can accept it. If we don't, we can reject it. The apprehensions are there because many movements, many organizations, many activities, through the stream of time, they travel. And they have to always face the contemporary situations. So one way is to see the things in context. But what we see is true only till that context exists. It doesn't give you the true picture. What is constant beyond the context, that is the real nature of that activity, that organization. Due to such context and due to some malicious propaganda, people are afraid if Sangha work grows, they may not be successful in their own endeavors to their own ends. So there is mispropaganda also. So what is Sangha? Sangha was not started as a reaction to particular situation or as an opposition to particular community. Sangha was not started with a political end in mind. It was not started for power or popularity. Sangha was started to fulfill all that is going on for the benefit of this country. In 1857, we lost the War of Independence in our own country at the hands of handfuls of British who came from thousands miles away. This weather was not for them. It was not the weather of their practice. And we had our armies, we had our kings, everything we had. Still we lost. So that started the brainstorming in our society. And as a result, 4 streams came out to prepare the country to get the independence and to achieve the glory which it deserves. That 4 streams were, one was continue the same thing. We have fought once and lost, but it's not the last battle. We will prepare again, take arms, and drive the British away. So the revolutionary stream started immediately after 1857. And then it continued till Subhash Chandra Bose died, or is said to die in that accident, plane accident. And then we got independence in 1947. So there was it was not appropriate for the independent nation, the public of independent nation, to take up arms against their own government. So there was official conclusion also. Savarkarji, he officially concluded his Abhinav Bharat after independence. This is not now necessary. But that stream provided to us with so many ideals, so many inspirations. and it still continues to supply that inspiration to us. Another stream was people thought that we were not politically awakened, aware, and therefore we have to bring about the political awareness in our people so that society unitedly stands behind all the efforts of independence. And so, in the name of Indian National Congress, which was started by Sir Alan O. Hume, and he had in mind that this should be a safety wall for the Indian people's ire against the British. But our leaders then, they captured that instrument and they turned it into a weapon of independence. And it brought about immense political awakening so that everybody strived in his own way, according to his own capacity, for the independence. Some went to jail, some started lifelong working for the cause. Every common man was thinking, we have to achieve the independence, and doing his own, according to his capacity, for the independence. But after independence, that purpose against the British was lost because British were not there. So I think because now there was no lofty goal, people started indulging in selfishness. And we know the present situation of our politics. I need not comment on that. I don't blame also. Third thing was people said that our society doesn't deserve independence. We have to get rid of all our faults, all the superstitions, kuritis, the traditions which turned into some evils. We have to get rid of all that. We have to reform the society. And so the efforts for reform of the society all over the country, they came up. Right from Raja Ram Mohan Roy. Even today they are going on. But somehow what happened, I don't know. They became an island. They did not merge with the sea of people. See, there is a village near Nagpur wherein there were 38 castes. A Mahatma came there and he started the activity for caste eradication. He was Mahatma, he was well respected. His mandir is there now. This is 150 years back. His samadhi is there. There is a mela annual. Everybody respects him even now. But caste eradication did not take place. Today there are 38 castes like they were 150 years before. And there is 39 castes of the people who do not believe in caste. So, sort of island it was. Why it happened, I don't know, but it is what it is. And fourth was, go back to the roots. Understand what our tradition says, what our scriptures say. We have misread everything that has created so many evils. So first understand it. Then be proud of it. And serve the people. Bring them out of poverty and ignorance. So Swami Vivekananda, Swami Dayananda Saraswati, and so many Santa Mahatmas, they worked for that. Dr. Hedgebar, since childhood, he was engaged in all such activities which were going on for the emancipation of our society and country. He lost his parents when he was a teenage boy. On the same day, the distance of 1 hour, they were serving the plague patients and they contracted plague and both died on the same day. He was from the lower middle class family and there was no earner. Now, father and mother, he lost his parents. So there was dearth of money. He had to come up from the poverty. But he were always good in his studies and he participated in everything that was going on for the country. All these 4 streams. And he continued to do so. He was sent to Kolkata by the then leaders of the Nagpur society, Nagpur public, because they saw spark in Dr. Edgewar. He organized the Vande Mataram movement in schools. He then was sent to Kolkata. In Kolkata, he was sent to study. That was the pretext. Study medical science, be a doctor. But real intention was to contact the Anushilan Samiti. That was the coordination committee of revolutionaries. And he did both jobs well. He passed after 4 years the final examination in first class, got the medical diploma, and then he also became inner committee member, core committee member of the Anushilan Samiti. He was interested with the responsibility of establishing revolutionaries in the region from Rajasthan to Andhra, arrange for their livelihood, supply with them with necessary arms, etc., etc., have the plans, have them executed. This organizing work he was interested with. So he had discussions with leaders also. He knew Lokmanya Tilak, he had discussions with him, with Mahatma Ji, with Subhash Babu, with Bhagat Singh Rajguru, with Savarkar Ji, his elder brother Babarao Savarkar, Madan Mohan Malviya. And then he came to know that everybody working in all these four streams for the betterment of the society, they think that, okay, we have taken up one issue and put all our mind behind that, so it will get resolved sooner or late. But what is the guarantee that it will not crop up again? Independence. The British were not the first aggressors. In the queue of aggressors, they were, I think, 7th or 8th. So again and again, handful of people came from outside. In no way they were superior to us, but still they conquered us. And it doesn't happen once, twice. It happens 7 times, 8 times. So there must be some inherent weakness in our society, or some weaknesses must have crept in a long period of history. We have to first get rid of those weaknesses, organize the society, make it strong, and make it qualified. There are so many divisions in our society. Selfishness has crept up and is growing. Still it is growing. So we have to treat this, but we don't have time. We have picked up our own issue and we are at it. So someone must pay attention to this work. And even Dr. Hedgewar's own experience and his study, his thinking told him that this was a necessity. To permanently finish all the ills that were plaguing our society, first we have to strengthen the society, organize it, connect everybody with everybody else in spite of all the diversities, and make them eligible. We have to create qualities. Due to absence of our oneness and due to absence of quality in us, we lost. No aggressor was qualified to conquer us. We provided the chances due to all these lackings. So we had to do it. So he said, okay, everybody else is taking care of other issues, including independence, tall personalities, great leaders. But this work is fulfilling all their efforts. So this work has to be done by somebody. So I can spare myself and I can apply to this work. So for about 8 to 10 years he experimented. How can we create oneness in this society with so many castes, so many religions, so many languages, so many ways of living? There is much diversity, but we stayed as one people in this country for eons of time. So we are continuing as one country, but we have lost that feeling. It is there inside somewhere. We have to awaken it. So what is the formula? And then he realized that we are all Hindus. Hindu is our national ethos. Our, to use the English word, civilizational identity. In our language we say Sanskritik Ekata. Emotional integration. Directive principle of our constitution says that emotion is Hindutva. Now here, first question arises. What about others? Sangha thinks there are no others. There are no minority, majority. We are one people. Therefore, in constitution, our constitution makers, they did not mention we are this. They said, we the people. Because Bharat is not only a geography. Bharat is also Swabhava, nature. And that nature is very particular, very specific to Bharat. Nowhere else this nature is there. We say everything is ours, everybody is ours, and everybody is right. There are difference of opinions. But it is superficial. All opinions lead to the same thing. Because human beings are diverse by nature, diversities, they arise from the underlying unity. Their expression according to the vehicle they come in, the brain they come in. So, everybody's brain is specific to him, his own Vyaktitva, his own personality, his own thinking. So, in different ways, people express the same truth. Ekam sat, vipraha bahudha vadanat. And nobody is wrong. Ruchinam vaichitryat, due to difference in tastes. Ruju kutil nana pathayuta. Straightforward or crooked ways. Crooked, not in sense of crookedness, just zigzag ways. Shortcuts or long roads. All these diversities are there due to difference of taste. Nrunam eko gamya. Human beings have only one goal. Tvam asi. Oh God, you are the only goal. Payasam arnavaiva. Like water that falls everywhere on the land, on earth, will ultimately go to ocean. That is the central feature of our society, traditionally coming to us as a heritage. That is Bharat. Our Rishis realized that oneness is permanent and that oneness is the source of eternal bliss, Shashvata Sukha. And therefore, naturally, it becomes the aim for all mankind to live, to realize that oneness, so that we can be eternally blissful. And also, when we realize oneness, everything becomes ours. All is one. Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. Because then our day-to-day relations do not become contract. You benefit me, I will benefit you. If you don't benefit me, I will ignore you. If you come and do something that will harm me, I will finish you. This contractual relation is not there. We are actually connected. We are one. And the science also supports now. Consciousness studies say consciousness is universal. It is not local. So science is also leading to that. Sarvam Khalvidam Brahmam. And therefore our rishis start that if world is our family, everybody in that family is ours, we have got this secret to eternal bliss, the truth of oneness of existence. We have to give it to world. And to that end, we have to create an apparatus. Such a job cannot be done by a group of people, individuals, etc. So they created our nation for that. It was not created by any state power. Today, when we say nation, it means nation state. But our Rashtra is not centralized towards state. State didn't create us. Bhadram Ichchanta Rushya Swarvida. Rishi who had knowledge of this existence and had a benevolent intention in mind. They took Diksha and they performed tap. Tapo Diksham Upasai Duragari. By that, Tato Rashtram Balam Ojascha Jatam. And therefore it has been a God-given duty of Bharatvarsha, of Bharatiyas, to give the world this truth. The truth that connects everything, keeps them together, and brings progress to all. So, body, mind, and intellect. Today's the current knowledge of us says all these are separate. If you want to have bodily pleasure, you shut your intellect, shut your mind. If you want to have an intellectual, you have to shut other two. Together, they cannot happen. But this eternal principle says, yes, this connects these three as Atman. The current tradition says, if there is individualism, society will suffer. If there is socialism, individual will have to be in abeyance, have to control them. They will suffer. And if humanity develops, then environment suffers. If you don't want environment to suffer, then you have to leave progress. They cannot go together. But this principle as dharma, as Paramatman, connects these three and brings about their progress together. Artha Kama, they are necessary purusharthas, desires, and for the fulfillment of that means, ends and means. But then also everybody experiences in the world that to some extent they can fulfill our desires and we become happy, but happiness is not lasting. We have to go beyond that to moksha, to salvation. Everybody knows in the world. But how to bring this together? We will have our desires fulfilled. We will have all the means required for that. And also we will go beyond that. We will not be entangled in these worldly pleasures. How to bring this simultaneously together? The discipline of dharma. Dharma is not religion. Religion is mode of worship. Do this, don't, do's and don'ts. Dharma is beyond that. All these do's and don'ts and worships are designed to lead us to dharma. That dharma is one. Manav dharma. But if we tell this to the world nowadays, they will say, you are talking Hindu Dharma. Because these things were found by our ancestors. Whatever be our mode of worship today, we belong to the same ancestor. But that ancestry tells us this. And to give this to the world, Bharat has been given this burden. And the time is ripe now that we should once again rise and give dharma to the world. So, these things unite us. On that basis, we have a Sanskriti. That Sanskriti says, everybody is yours. So, there is no struggle. There is coordination, cooperation. You are taking everything from the world. You have to give back with gratitude, kritanyata. There has to be cooperation and coordination within us and with everything. Samanvaya. So, this particular nature, which is our Sanskriti, individuals have their own svabhavas. The social svabhava is Sanskriti. That connects us. That is there in every worshipper of our country. Whether their worship originated in Bharat or came from outside doesn't matter. These influences are still working there. The DNA is the same. And whatever we tell the world about us, world knows that we are all belonging to Bharat Mata. And we are Hindus. Those who do not call themselves Hindus are registered outside as Hinduis, those who have come from Hindus. This is a fact. So this connects us, Hindutva connects us beyond all worships, beyond all diversities. And our 100 years experiment proves that. Everybody can come, everybody can work for this country. With this spirit, all the Vedas, they go away. That is the first thing. So, first tenet of Sangha is Hindustan, Hindu Rashtra hai. Hindus versus Muslims and Christians, no, that is not the concept. Hindus as Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. That is the concept. All diversities will continue. They will be accepted and respected. And there will be no conflict. That is it. Secondly, the task cannot be done by an individual or group of individuals, a party, a government. No. If we want to teach this to world, first Bharat has to attain glory. And for Bharat to attain glory, every Bharatiya has to put his stake in this task, put his effort in this task. Nobody can lead the society, can take this like sheep or like cattle. Nobody can take the society. Society can take everybody there. Society is supreme. We are witnessing it. If society changes its mind, within few days, they bring about change. That has happened so many times. Each election shows us this thing. So who is leading whom? Leaders are not leading the society. Society leads. In democracy that happens. So if we want to bring about change in Bharatvarsha, it's all instruments, laws and everything. First we have to change the society. Without changing the society, that change cannot be achieved. And to change that society, we have to create an atmosphere of change, because every individual in social life, he doesn't think, he follows. There are trendsetters. He follows the trendsetters. He follows the fashion setters. So, the individuals who are transparent, who are good persons, who are in live contact with the society, day-to-day contact, and society believes them, who are honest, and they have a sole goal in mind that they have to work for the country, live for the country. If such individuals are there in every mohalla and every village, then by their doing, that atmosphere will be created in which change will be brought about in the society, which will ultimately lead to change in everything. So Sangha started with this goal of Vyakti Nirman, creating such individuals. Read Swadeshi Samaj, written by Rabindranath Tagore. He has clearly mentioned this so many years before Sangha was founded. The idea with which Sangha is working is not new. It is not our own original idea. We have borrowed it from the society, its tradition, its thinking, all the tumult that was going on, all the churning that was going on in Bharat. The same conclusion to which everybody has arrived. So you can read Mahatma Ji, you can read Tilak Ji, you can read Subhash Babu, Dr. Ambedkar, Madan Mohan Malviya Ji, even Nehru Ji. You will find these things somewhere in their literature. Sangha has come to fulfill, not to destroy. So Sangha is working. Sangha does only one thing, create such individuals. And it is very time-consuming work. And we have to focus fully to it. Forgetting what is going on in the world, we have to apply ourselves to creating the individuals. So actually bringing about change cannot be undertaken by Sangha. And Sangha doesn't claim to do so. Sangha runs only shakhas. Sangha creates individuals. Sangha does nothing else. Sangha doesn't want to do anything else. If this work is completed, every individual in your society, he gets prepared, then all work stops. We don't want to do anything else afterwards. Then how that change happens? It happens because the created individuals, they do everything else. Sangha as Sangha doesn't work anywhere else. But Sangha Swayam Sevaks, they go everywhere and they work in everything. Because they have been trained to serve the society. Whatever they do there is their own. Sangha doesn't take the credit. If unfortunately, due to Swayamsevak's mistakes, there is some discredit, we have to own it because the product was from our side, our factory. But whatever they do is independent, autonomous, they are doing it. We don't want that credit. We don't have that credit. Therefore, we don't want. So all the organizations from which you know RSS, generally nowadays, RSS, oh, Modi. That's what people say. Oh, Modi is Swayamsevak. Modi ji was our pracharak. He still lives like a pracharak. That is okay. He still is Swayamsevak. He will be lifelong. But he is Prime Minister. He is running the country according to Constitution. And he has to. His work is that political party is independent, autonomous, separate. And in initial stages, these works need some help, we provide it. But afterwards, they become independent in that matter also. So don't go see some Seva Bharati project and judge Sangha about. No, that is Seva work done by Seva Bharati. They are our Swayamsevaks. We are proud they are our Swayamsevaks. They will always be our Swayamsevaks. But Seva Bharati is a separate institution running independently, autonomously. This is the thing we have to understand. First thing, what Sangha means by Hindu. Second thing, this separateness of all the works. Swayamsevaks are ours forever. They work there according to what we have given them as thought. That is definite. But we don't control them. Not directly, not remotely. Naturally, because we are known to each other, we have been friends here in Sangha, there is sort of coordination goes on. Help is sought for any good work. We provide it. We don't need a Swayamsevak to provide help. We need a good work to provide help. If work is good, we will help anybody. That is how Sangha works. It has been working for 100 years. And it was a trial by fire. Initially, people ignored us completely. Nobody was with us, with our thought. Dr. Hedgewar, though he became a doctor, he didn't practice. He devoted his life full time for the country, for the Sangha. So we didn't have any finance. We didn't have any organ to propaganda. We never had support of the state. British were against us because our pratijna was to make the country independent. After independence, we changed it to all-round progress. But till independence, our oath was to try for the independence of our country. So British had very keen eye over our activities. And they tried to hinder us in every step. After that also, there were hostile governments. Even now, some governments, state governments are hostile to us. That happens. In spite of tooth and nail opposition to our work, our Swayamsevaks worked. They also had to pay the price by their life. But individuals and families, on the strength of their utter devotion to the cause, they have been working. And now there is some improvement in overall situation. Financially, we are independent. We support ourselves. We don't collect finance from the society for our work. Sangha is run by solely its Swayamsevaks. But now because there are so many Swayamsevaks, about 12 months expenditure is somehow met. We don't have surplus, we don't have a deficit. And that is the situation we want to maintain. And Swayamsevaks are doing so many good things. 130,000 small and large service projects are going on. Without taking any government money, they are running those projects. In sphere of every, in the social life, every sphere is occupied by some Swayamsevaks. They are running some institution, some organization, some party or something. Swayamsevaks are working everywhere. Society, that opposition is not there. There is admiration or at least curiosity. So people come and ask questions, get answers, come and see us, admire us. We don't have dearth of cooperation from this society. But what is our purpose? Our purpose is not to be a influential group, a large, voluminous group of individuals who is influencing every sphere of life. No, we want to organize the society. We don't want to create the organization within the society. We want to organize whole society. And therefore, also we have to create the atmosphere of change in the society. And therefore, after this 100 years programs are over, we are trying to, the title said New Horizons. So we are trying to tackle some new horizons. One is for change. It was mentioned in the introduction, the Pancha Parivartan. Pancha Parivartan are 5 activities, 5 initiatives. And everybody wants it to happen. But we have to start with ourselves and our families. Because unless we start in this society, no outside agency is going to bring about that change. These small actions, for example, for environment, so much thinking is going on and there are so many schemes, do this, do that, very large things. But common people cannot do anything in that. But small things like saving water, small things like get plastic eradicated from our families, we can contribute in a significant way. And that has to be done. If that is done, society says no plastic, then slowly governments will be saying no plastic. Now, everybody says there should not be plastic on the international level. But in my home, I am using all the plastic utensils. So people who have got vested interest in keeping plastic alive, they are assured, okay, they will talk like this, but they are not doing it. To bring about the change, Mahatma Ji said, be the change that you want to bring about. We have to start from our own home. Plastic. That is one initiative. I do not want to describe all the 5 because it has been a subject of discussion over last 2 years. And in some way, it must have reached your ears, I think so. Otherwise, even after this program, our Swayamsevaks will tell you, we are going to take this to society. First, we will start this with our Swayamsevaks and their families. And we will extend it to the society. That is one thing. Second thing, we are going outside and do a sort of outreach to world humanity. Because the world humanity has got very bad picture about us. Bharat, Hindu and Sangh. So we want to reach out and we want to tell the people what we are. Such initiatives have already started and we are getting good response. Thirdly, now I explained you, Hindu includes everyone, including Muslims and Christians, Jews and Parsis, all. But when we say Hindu, some Muslim thinks that they will lose their Islam by calling themselves Hindu. That is not true. Actually, they were called Hindu. Hinduvi Muslims, Hindu Muslims, that was the Hindu Christians, Hinduvi Christians. But somehow, the thought that if we want to become one, we have to be alike. Uniformity is a must for unity, took hold. And therefore, if we are not uniform, then we are separate. That thing happened. That took root in our minds. And that is still going on. That is wrong. Diversity is a very natural thing for human beings. Nature has created us to be diverse. That diversity is a decoration of our underlying unity. We have to understand this and respect and accept. For that, if you have to respect and accept, in 2 situations, we accept. One is, we know that in spite of this we are one. We accept it. Or, we are so weak that there is no other way we have to accept. That is not real unity. All are strong and can indulge themselves in conflict, but they do not because they think we are strong, we have to help each other because we are one. Vidya Vivadaya, Dhanam Madaya, Shakti Paresham Parapidanaya. The knowledge to create debate, to create rift. Wealth to be, क्या कहते हैं, मगरूर in English? But I don't get the word, but you understand. And the strength to crush the weak, that is khalasya. Vidya vivadaya dhanam madaya shakti paresham parapidanaya khalasya. The wicked persons do this. Sadho viparitametat. Good persons do the reverse. Jnanaya, danaya cha rakshanaya. They use knowledge to impart knowledge. They use wealth to serve the people, give dana. And they use Shakti to protect the weak. So, though we can do anything and everything, but we are one. We may look different, but that doesn't matter. Inner core is the same thing. Atman is in everybody and everything. Not just theory, we feel it. You can do one experiment. Try to take your meal when some hungry person is standing before you and asking for alms. Without giving him, you cannot do it. Try to do it. You will not be able to do it. You will either drive him away or give him something, or you will just turn back, close the door, and inside you will eat alone. But you cannot see a person, hungry person, standing before you and you are taking your meal. That cannot happen. Why? Because there is oneness. That oneness acts. To realize this, we have to get our society organized. So now, in those who called ourselves Hindus, they are accepting Sangh. Some are still opposing, but that opposition is lip deep, not heart deep. They know Sangha. So they help also. So others who are apprehensive about RSS, we have to reach them and have dialogue. That process has also started. The dialogue is not some accord or nothing like that. Just we are one. We have to be together, live together, stay together. Though we do not look alike, we do not act alike, we do not think alike, we do not worship alike. Our living ways are different. We are one. And we must live with coordination and cooperation without offending each other's sensibilities. That we have to establish. For that, dialogue is a must. That we have started. And then carry this legacy of our ancestors to the young generation. Various initiatives are going on already by various institutions, Santa Mahatmas, thinking persons. We will also contribute to that, help them start our own initiatives. That is the next horizon we have in mind. Because as I said, we do not want to have an organization within the society. We have to organize whole of the society. And we want nothing else except Bharat's glory. In fact, in our daily prarthana, we say this. Vijay Trichana Samvada Karishakti Vidhayasya Dharmasya Saurakshana Param Vaibhavam Netumetat Swarashtra. With the collective strength of the whole society, protecting our dharma, the dharma I mentioned, not worship, protecting our dharma, we have to take our land to supreme glory. Bharat Mata Param Vaibhav. That is the only thing we have in mind. Tera Vaibhav Amar Rahe Ma, Hum Din Char Rahe Na Rahe. We may live or die, but you must live, you must prosper. Or a popular film song, Hum Rahe Ya Na Rahe. Hindi song, Bharat Ye Rehna Chahiye. That is the only heartfelt wish of every Swayamsevak. To that end he works. He gets nothing. He gives everything. We even don't say thank you to him. He doesn't want that. It is our duty. It is our dharma. And we have to do it. This is how Sangha is going on. Now, if you want to see whether it is so or not, you can come to Sangha anytime. See us from within and decide for yourselves. I don't ask you to believe my words. Whether what I have described is so or not, you can test. You have to. Don't go on hearsay. Don't go on perception or propaganda or narratives. Come and see us from within. All doors are open. There are no doors actually. There is no formal entry fee or membership, something like that. You can just come. You can see Sangha Swayamsevaks, Sangha families, Sangha programs. And you will get that feel of Sangha. How sweet sugar is, books can be written about it. But unless you take half spoonful of sugar and taste it, you don't know actually. You have to taste the Sangha. Then you can decide for yourself. Whatever your impression is, you can act on that. Even if you oppose us, we would like you to oppose us on the basis of facts. Not on the basis of perception, propaganda, hearsay. No. On the basis of facts. Because if you do that, it will be a contribution to our work. We can improve ourselves. So this is the appeal. You can come and see Sangha from inside, and then if you like, you can be part of our Shakha, Swayamsevak. Take the responsibility and work for Sangha. If that is not possible, daily 1 hour Shakha, and you have to have uniform and all these things. If something you feel that this is not possible for me, okay. Then there are so many activities going on by Swayamsevaks. There are gatividhis which bring about transformation in society by the programs which are unopposed in our society. Panchaparivartan activities. There are so many organizations in which Swayamsevaks work. You can be part of that outer circle. Independent, autonomously working outer circle. Or you can just be our well-wisher. Help us from time to time. Come and see and say buck up, keep on, go on. Like that, encourage us. Help us. Or, though you do not want to directly help us, you can participate in any good work. So much seva is going on. There are so many wants of the society and there are so many problems of the society. We are asking our Swayamsevaks to go mingle in their township vastis, areas and their villages to see what is lacking where and take everybody together and see what they can do on their own to fulfill that gap, to solve that problem. We are also asking the society leaders to sit together each 3 months in Sadbhavana Baitak and think and exchange views how they proceed to improve their own society. And then how we together can improve our area and how we together can improve the weaker constituents of our society in our area. In that you can participate. Or okay, even if this is not possible, there is 5th option. you can work with a good intention for the betterment of the society selflessly and honestly. If you are doing that, then you don't require to be a formal member of Sangha. Even if you don't know RSS, we consider you as our Swayamsevak. Because what is a Swayamsevak? There is no membership in RSS. Sangha is not a technical thing. Sangha is life. A behavior in particular, a person who is honest, transparent character, and utilizes his energies for the betterment of all. That is Swayamsevak. So, Sri Vinoba Bhave once told our second Sarsanghchalak, Guruji, he said, Guruji, I am Asabhya Sabhya of your Sangha. Asabhya in Marathi means uncivilized, but that is second meaning. Asabhya actually means those who don't come to Sabha. They are not visible in the congregations, in the meetings. But they are living as one should live. One member of that Sabha should have a particular thing in his life. All those things are there. So he said that I am not actually in RSS, but I am your Swayamsevak. So you can also be Asabhya Sabhya. There are so many. Sajjana Shakti. 40 times bigger than Durjana Shakti. That is the situation today. We also will try to network this Sajjan Shakti. They need not be supporters of Sangha. They can follow any other ideology. Okay, but they are honest. They have good of the people in mind and they are working selflessly. Then we consider he is part of our larger organization. You can be that. But as I said, please do come, see us, understand us, and then decide. And if you decide favorably, then there are these 5 options. So with this, I end my discourse today because I have to answer your questions. So after half an hour break, we'll start that question answer session. I think I have given